Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm finally back. I'm filming back at home and it feels so great. I've been gone for almost 2 months. So everybody who follows me on Twitter and Instagram know that I was on vacation for the last almost 2 months. The reason for why I was able to do such a long vacation is because I did quit my job before I left. So I kind of wanted to do the whole YouTube, blogging, all of that I really enjoy to do on a more full-time basis. So that is what I'm going to be doing, and that means a lot more videos, that means a lot more content, it means a lot more of what you guys want, and I'm so excited because this has always been something that I absolutely love. So I am so excited to be doing this full-time now. So what I want you guys to do to get this all started is to please post down below what you guys want to see, because obviously the best way to do it is to give you guys what you want, and that is what I'm here for. So post down below exactly what you guys want. If it's a specific makeup look, give me pictures. That would be awesome. You guys can direct message it to me through Instagram if you want to. You can send it through to me through Twitter. I respond to pretty much everybody through every social media site that I have. I really like to interact with you guys to learn more about you, to see what you want, and I love doing it. So talk to me, let me know what you guys want, and I'll make sure to do that for y'all. So the first thing I wanted to do is show you guys the products that I used when I was gone. I went to Singapore and I went to India, and both of the climates were very different and very different than what I'm used to on a daily basis here in Atlanta. So Singapore is a tropical climate. The way that I did it, I went to Singapore, I went to India, and I came back to Singapore because my sister lives there. So the first time when I was there, it rained a lot, and that means a lot of humidity usually. And that's just not how it is here in Georgia, so my skin changed a lot. It became very combination. I don't think it's oily anymore, and it's not dry. It's very combination, so I really had to switch up what I'm using and how I use it. So I wanted to show you guys exactly what I've been doing. And India was just hot, just really hot. But it wasn't tropical or anything like that. And all the stuff that I'm showing you is not stuff that I wore every single day. I'll kind of explain to you as I go. But so let me go ahead and show you guys skincare stuff first. So I took smaller bottles of my Bioderma CBM H2O to Singapore. As you guys know, this is a non-rinse face wash that I absolutely swear by. I've been using this for years now, and I ran out of it because one of my bottles opened up in transit, and so I didn't have enough of this. And due to that, I used other things there, but my skin reacted really badly, so I really feel like this is just the best thing for my skin. And the CBM H2O is for oily skin, and there is a dry skin version as well, and it's available online, and Amazon's the best place to get it. I don't know a local retailer here in the United States that makes it, but if you guys do, post down below. I feel like somebody once told me where it was available, but I forgot, so I think it is available now, but this is actually from a French company. Then as far as my face wash went, I was using the Boscia Purifying Gel Cleanser. I finished the last day that I was there, so I threw it away. I don't have it with me. I was using the MAC Oil Control Lotion, but that actually did not work well for me, and I kind of stopped using it halfway through because it ended up being too drying. So somehow in this really hot and tropical climate, my skin changed and became less oily. So I couldn't use that anymore, so I ended up leaving that there with my sister. And then I use the Kiss Skincare Whitening Collagen Cream a lot. I use that every time I felt like my skin needed a boost, because I'm not a sweater in general, but in that climate I was definitely sweating more than I normally do, which even then was very little, but it's still, my skin has just gone from really like normal to being really horrible. And I was using this in an attempt to kind of bring it back, and it would do that. It would make me feel really great for the next couple of days, like I told you guys before, and this product is really good for that. But I'm also using it now for tanning purposes because we were outdoors all the time, and every part of my skin currently is like all different colors. Then I also had picked up the Bliss Micro Magic Spa Powered Microdermabrasion Treatment. Basically, this is way too fancy for what it really is. It's just an exfoliant, and I actually don't like this as much as I liked my walnut scrub, so I'm probably going to end up returning this because it felt like I was rubbing toothpaste in my face. I was not a huge fan of this, so that's something that did not work out. I also used my Glamglow Supermud mask probably about 3 or 4 times during my entire trips, and not very often at all. I'm still kind of figuring out how much I like this, but I love how it makes me feel. It makes me feel very clean, especially while on, and right after as well. But then again, I think for this product I would get better results here in, you know, a more normal climate, more tempered climate, because I think with my skin going through so many changes, I couldn't really see how well these products were working for me. So now that I'm back here, I want to try this out in an area that I normally live to kind of see how my skin would react in a normal day. So that is that. And this is the Supermud. I know that there's like multiple different ones of this. Then a really good friend of mine gave me the Bumble and Bumble Thickening Dry Spun Finish Spray because I love volume and my hair is just not very voluminous in general. And so I have been testing this out, and I'm going to show you guys how to use it once I've really discovered the best way to use this. So this is going to be a whole different video, but this is basically a dry spray to give you volume without making your hair look greasy, and it doesn't feel like hairspray. So those are all like winners in my book. It is pretty good. I just need to really master how to use this, and I'm going to be back to show you guys how I did it. Then as far as makeup goes, I honestly really did not wear much makeup on the entire trip. It was way too hot, but also it just in general, like, we had babies running around. If you guys have seen my Instagram, it was I didn't want to take forever to get ready, so I just found a really quick way to do my makeup. This is what I would do. So I was using my Face Protect Protection Visage SPF 50 on my skin. If you guys go to India or live there, this regular one is available there. Singapore has changed to the same one that the United States uses, but I saw in India at all the different MAC counters, it was still this one, the old one that I love. And the reason I know that is because it doesn't say PA++. So the one that is the original packaging, which is this, and doesn't say anything extra, is the original. The one that says PA++, and on the box says broad spectrum, is the new one. So that is available for all of you guys who have been following me and know this is an awesome product. Then I was basically not really wearing foundation unless I went out at night, and even then I only wore foundation a few times, but I actually went back to using my Studio Fix by MAC NC42 powder, and this worked out really well, and because my skin wasn't as oily, this worked out well. Normally for really oily skin, powders are good. It's definitely a better option than liquid, but I still don't like the way it feels and looks, but since I wasn't taking pictures all day every day, this worked out really well. On days that I did wear foundation, it was the Matte Velvet Plus color 65, which a lot of Sephora's don't carry and a lot of Makeup Forever studios don't carry anymore, so more difficult to get, but I believe somebody tipped me off below that the Sephora website does have it, so if it does, then that would be awesome. Then for blush, the blush that I pretty much wore every day was Madly by Nars. And what this is it's basically a blush with sheen. It's not glitter or shimmer. That's what it looks like, but this really doesn't look like much when you swatch it. If you guys can see it, it's right here. So the reason I like this blush a lot is because one, it's really natural. Two, it just depends on how you wear this. The more you pile on, the more peachish it kind of looks. It looks like you're glowing from within. It's the perfect blush for every day for somebody who is a newbie and who doesn't want to wear much makeup and who isn't really used to it. This is a really good blush for somebody who is just kind of getting started, as well as a great blush to wear with smoky eyes or really prominent lip colors, because you don't want everything to look like a lot. So I used that pretty much my whole trip and I loved it. The other blush I started to use a lot on the second half of my trip was this one by Chanel. This one is 76. It's called Frivole. And it is a super, super pretty, basically orangey peach color. Like when you look at it, it looks orange, to be completely honest. And I don't know how well you can see this. Let me swatch this. That's what it looks like on my finger. And on my hand. It's actually what I'm wearing right now, so you guys can kind of see how it looks on my skin color. But I really loved this. What I would do, since I really wasn't wearing much makeup, was that I put on a ton of mascara every day because it's my favorite. Layer, and then of course I put on this blush and just nude lips, and that ended up being my favorite combination of the entire trip. It worked really, really well. If I did wear foundation, I was setting it with my MAC Prep and Prime Translucent Powder, best powder ever. A lot of you guys have been asking me how do I not get it to look white on camera. It's just honestly use as little as you possibly can, but for me, I haven't found something that controls oil as well as this one does. I like to take that chance on the flash photography, but just use that because, I mean, I don't want to look greasy all night long. And then for my eyes, the Urban Decay Prep and Prime, not Prep and Prime, the eyeshadow primer potion. I'm getting all my names mixed up, which is a staple for me. I use the Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight highlighter, which I love, and I'm wearing that today as well. You guys can see right here. I really am into doing my eyebrows. I feel like it's made the biggest difference to my face after I found out about this product. And this is the Anastasia dipbrow pomade. You guys know I love it. I've talked about it a lot. This is in the color dark brown. Absolute must-have for everybody who thinks it's really difficult to do. It's not. Look at my video and how I have done my eyebrows with this. It's actually really easy. I wasn't somebody who was huge about eyebrows before, but using this product has shown me what a huge difference it can make to your face, especially if you want to look more sculpted and you want to kind of change your face and you want your eyes to show more and things like that. This would be a great starting point for you. And then, of course, my Bobbi Brown Dark Peach Corrector, which is also a staple. Concealer just doesn't do the same job as this does, and due to the fact that it does crease, I only put it on the inside, and I love the effect that it gives me. I pulled up my beauty blender after forever and used this on the tail end of my trip as well, and I loved this. But if you have large pores, you're going to have to blend your foundation in, because if not, this is going to accentuate it because you're not pushing it in. You're literally just kind of stippling it on like this. So due to that, like if you have large pores, you might want to stay away from this. I noticed that in certain areas of my skin. Then for lips, I actually picked up something new. This is the Illamasqua lipstick called Buff. It is a glamour lipstick. It's the new collection that just came out. That is what it looks like. I'm actually wearing this right now, and in terms of a swatch, that is what it looks like. This is a really brown-based nude. It also has, to me, like a hint of mauve, purple undertones, and that tends to be the best sort of nude lipstick for me. I feel like it works really, really well for my skin color. And this reminds me a lot of that Rihanna nude lipstick that came out with MAC that I missed out on. I tried it on, fell in love with it, and then it was sold out. And so this reminds me of a dupe for that, but it's a more expensive dupe because Illamasqua is just more expensive in general. But for some reason in Singapore, this was cheaper because it's a lot more expensive here in America than it was in Singapore, so I had to buy it. And so my everyday look literally was this lipstick. It was my Studio Fix Powder Foundation. Either one of those blushes, more so the Chanel one towards the end with a lot of mascara, and that look just looked amazing. I would pile on the blush and it would look really radiant and glowy, but it looked like you had color, and it just made your skin look really, really, really good. So I was doing everything I could to make my skin look good because it was awful at the end of this trip. Then I did a lot of looks using the liquid eyeliner by MAC called Boot Black. So I would just do like a winged eyeliner and then mascara, and that's about it. I just wanted to do things that were really quick, and I refound this one. I thought it would be fun to do, and I really like that look. But I've noticed that I don't like how my eyes photograph when I have top eyeliner. I don't always wear top eyeliner. And then with liquid, it kind of makes my eyes look smaller than they are, which is what's supposed to happen with black eyeliner. So I was kind of struggling with that a little bit. Then, of course, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Now I can actually say this is better than the Makeup Forever Smoky Lash for sure, because I've been using this now for probably about 6 months, and I did have a chance to go back to the Makeup Forever, which I guess I finished. But it's just not even half as good because this one lengthens so much. If it can lengthen, look super dark and black, curl, and give you so much length and volume, then this is definitely the better one. And I think they're the exact same price. Then with the Illamasqua lipstick that I showed you guys, I would layer this on it sometimes if I wanted to. This is the Inglot Sleeks Cream, color 92. Just really nude. This one is super pigmented, so you can actually wear this by itself too if you want to get a good nude lip. Even for people who have a very definite color of their lips, it'll still show and it'll still look really good. So that was a good buy from Inglot. All my makeup is so dirty. I feel like my pencil sharpener just opened up and exploded in here. I'm like cleaning it off before showing you guys. This is my Nars Bahama lip pencil. I used this a good bit in the beginning, and then I started to use it on my sister a lot, and it just overall, I guess, our skin color is, it just works with this if you want something really natural. And this is a matte velvet lip pencil. That is what it looks like. This to me is the dupe for the Kylie Jenner lip color that everybody is obsessed with for my skin color. I have tried on her lip, you know, that she uses like MAC Whirl and whatnot, and it doesn't look the same on somebody who's darker than her. So this to me is my dupe for someone of my skin color, even a little bit lighter, a little bit darker. So if you guys wanted to try out that sort of look on yourself, try this lip color out. And I have a tutorial filmed as well, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to upload it, so I'm thinking about that, and I might upload that one. Then, since I was really not doing much for my eyes most of the time, sometimes I wanted to go with a darker lip but not red. So I would use Plum Lip Liner by MAC for that. And I would just sort of draw in my entire lip with it, which is right here. And this, along with the Inglot Sleeks Cream, actually can give you a really nice look as well. Let me show you. If you mix those two together, you get this sort of look, and I like that. So that was kind of like a little bit of a darker nude, basically, by mixing those two together, so that ended up being a nice combination for me as well. And then I was using the MAC Kissable Lip color a lot in the color Flaunting It, which is that purplish color that I've used a lot. This is seriously one of my favorites, and this I think it's getting over. And it was limited edition, like MAC loves to do for all their products. So I love that. And then, of course, black eyeliner, which I think I've had this one probably for like 3 or 4 years now at this point. I just don't use black eyeliner as much. And this one is 0. Of course, I was using my Burts Bees Nourishing Lip Balm with mango butter every single day. If I don't use this, it just doesn't feel as good. So this is a product that I swear by. As for brushes, let me show you guys. I didn't really wear that much makeup, and all the stuff that I'm showing you, it wasn't on a daily basis. But the brushes that I used was this one, which is the Something by Sigma, this SS150, which I think the names have changed now, but this is just a big powder brush. So I was using this with my Studio Fix as well as with my just powder, the MAC powder. Then I use my flat top kabuki with my foundation. This is also really good if you're going to use a tinted moisturizer, but this is my favorite. It's the flat top synthetic kabuki, also by Sigma F80. And I'm sure all of you guys who are into foundation know about this brush. This is my favorite brush for blush, 100%. This is the Kabuki brush by Nars. This is seriously an investment. It's like a $50 brush or maybe a little bit more, but I honestly think it's so good. And because I was using that bright colored orange blush by Chanel, this was even better because it does really well with blushes that are super pigmented because you don't want it to look crazy, and this picks up very little product. For highlighting, I was using my Inglot 4SS brush, and I used that today to do this highlight as well. For my eyebrows, I was using my MAC 266 brush with the Anastasia dipbrow pomade. The one thing I can suggest is to use a natural bristle brush for this particular pomade. I think it gives you a better look than if you use a synthetic brush for this. So that's why I like this particular brush. It is natural bristles. For concealer, I was using my Tapered Blending E35 brush just to do my under eye concealer. I love that. I don't really ever wear facial concealer. And then for my inner area to do my concealing, I use this one. This is a shading brush by Real Techniques. Really, really tiny, but it works really well just for like this inner corner. And then I was using this as well a lot, which is just a spoolie. It is the C115 Pro Spoolie from Crown Brush. So really, really simple stuff. I know I showed you guys a lot of makeup, but this is the stuff that really worked for me in a very different climate than what I'm used to. So if you guys live in a very hot climate, this video might be beneficial for you as well. And that's pretty much all that I took on this trip and all that I used. And I did take my Too Faced chocolate bar as well, and I only used it once or twice, but it worked really well. It just has the sorts of colors that I like to use. The last product that I used was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer NW35. I don't even know how I forgot that, but that was obviously my under eye concealer. But that is about it, and I will talk to you guys very soon.